Most people think that if you want to succeed in school, you have to sacrifice training. And if you want to train seriously, your studies will suffer. But over the last few years, I've been trying to do both things at the same time. Training, studying, building projects, and trying to stay disciplined through it all. So in this video, I want to show you how I balance training and studying, and the few things that actually make it possible. First of all, I want to be honest. It's not completely balanced every single day. Some days I have a ton of exams and studying takes the majority of the day, and some days I have tons of training to do and I don't study as much. But what I've come to realize is that balance is not doing everything equal every single day. It means that through consistency and over time, you push, in this case, studying and training forward, and you achieve excellent results in each one of them. And that's the balance that you need to find. Now, the thing that single-handedly makes most of a difference is planning. And the truth is that if you don't plan when you're going to train and when you're going to study, one of them usually disappears. In practice, this is how I do it. First, I start off by dumping all of my tasks so I can visually see them. And believe it or not, this alone takes a lot of stress of you. Then I'll list them according to 4 categories: urgent and important, urgent, important, and not important or urgent. Once that is done, you will feel an incredible relief, as now you can see what tasks to tackle and in what order. Now we can proceed into planning the day. As you can see, I plan out each part individually, but I don't waste a lot of time doing the planning, as I usually do this the night before and I'm pretty sleepy. But I also ensure to get some time to do what I like, whether it's filming content with a friend or playing guitar or cooking. Also remember to be realistic and not cram the day, as this can lead you to be counterproductive. Now, the second thing is to have non-negotiables. These are things that you will never skip, no matter what. Now, for me, that includes at least one study session and at least one training session. Even though the study session may be, 30 minutes, SAT questions, something light, and the training session can be stretching, for example, or recovering. It can also be something light, but I need to have those two, and those are non-negotiables. And the why this is important is actually very interesting. It kind of works the same way as when you brush your teeth. You're always going to do it no matter what, right? Hopefully. And the same logic applies to your non-negotiables. I actually have been increasing my list to include at least a 90 sleep score, no sugar throughout the day whatsoever. But it can really be what you like. Even if the training session was a bit bad, or I was distracted while studying, it's consistency that builds up, not being 100% focused on each task.
Get it, 17! You don't know me, son! Hold on, you wanna see it? Who's gonna carry the boats and the logs?
The third and last pillar is understanding the difference between discipline and motivation. Now, don't get me wrong, motivation is great, but discipline is the only thing that's going to get you out of bed when you don't want to. And in the end, those are the days that count, because consistency is what counts. Remember, getting out of bed every single day, doing the tasks, even if it's wrong, even if it's bad, it's still better than a missed task. And if consistency is the key, the motivation is what kills that key. Because if you don't feel excited, you're just going to scroll on your phone. If you don't feel energized, you're not going to hit a workout. But if you have discipline, if you want to do this no matter what, then chances are that you are going to stick to a workout, even though it's bad. You're going to stick to a study session, even though you don't feel focused. And in the end, those are the people who win in life. Now, I'm not trying to sound like David Goggins, but he is absolutely right when he says that discipline is the only thing you need in life, and people need discipline to succeed. A bit of fun facts here: training actually helps you study, and that's one of the golden nuggets I've been holding on to. If you realize, and you go back in time about 5 minutes ago, my training block is right after school and just before studying, and this is not done by accident. The theory goes that if you strain the mind, then you relax the body, and if you strain the body, then you relax the mind. So if you combine the two and take a break from your mind when you're training, then a solid balance is achieved. And it is this balance we're striving for. So what does a day actually look like? I'll usually start the day early, at 6 or 6:30 a.m., with my morning routine being directly work after I get up. And then I'll eat some breakfast before heading out to school. I do IB, and I take Maths AA high level, Econ high level, and Psychology high level. So I have a bunch of hours at school every day. After school, I usually hit the training session, which is normally bike, swim, or run. But as you can see, sometimes it's conditioning. Right after, I'll eat something post-workout and then I'll do my evening work. I usually leave the easier work for the afternoon as I'm more mentally fatigued by then. And after dinner, I'll pretty much shower, brush my teeth, and then do my recovery workout, which is basically stretching and working on my tendons and ligaments. I finish by reading about 20 minutes before finally hitting the lights out, and every day I try to aim for at least 9 hours sleep. That's everything for this video, and remember, balance is not about doing everything every single day. It's about putting in consistency. And to do that, you have your 3 pillars. Your planning, non-negotiables, and having discipline, because motivation helps, but in the end, you need discipline to do the right thing every single day. So thank you very much for watching. If you like this type of content, let me know in the comments. Let me know what I should do next, and follow along.